So when it comes to shrooms and lucid dreaming, I guess the first thing I should say on it is that I really don't have that much experience with it. In the past, shit, like 20 plus years of maybe taking shrooms 20 or so times. And the vast majority of those times was in a party type atmosphere where I had like no mental faculties aimed at like the dreaming or even like the closed eye experience of it, which I did end up doing later on, that the shrooms would give. Like back in the day over here in Hawaii, the cattle ranches, apparently now they like put shit in their feed that like gets rid of the shrooms so they don't grow shrooms out the cow shit anymore. But back in the day, you could literally just sneak onto the cattle ranches around here, pick shrooms straight out the cow shit, eat that stuff and trip. So we used to do that back in the day. But basically all those experiences are going to be shelved, right? Because they don't really count because I wasn't paying attention to the dreaming or closed eye experience of it. But then later on, I had a connect who would get like these shroom chocolates. And as I mentioned earlier, after we got the shroom chocolates, they were supposedly mixed with ayahuasca. So I'll cover that in the next video. But I'll be basing my experience basically off of those. And off of those experiences, I maybe had like 10 or so. And, even less of that was actually focused on the internal experiences, more like me just coming home and closing my eyes afterwards, trying to go to sleep and then, recollecting off of that. So I should say that I've never had a lucid dream off of shrooms, but something that I did notice is that even the heavy visual effects, which definitely happen if you take enough, and I've only done decently high doses a few times, but the visual effects I would see with my eyes open was never really that drastic. I noticed more of it when I would close my eyes. So something I did find potentially beneficial for a lucid dreaming practice is that when you're closing your eyes, the visuals that are coming up are very similar to what you'll see when you get deep into the hypnagogic state. So just closing your eyes and being used to focusing on the mental imagery coming from, I guess you could call it like your third eye or whatever, and staying in that and kind of working on controlling it, influencing it, and taking it directions you want to go. Although, at least for me, a lot of times when I take shrooms, I just get overly fucking paranoid and they always go bad. But nonetheless, you can get used to seeing these mental visuals and working in that space, which could potentially help you, with lucid dreaming. Because as I say a lot in my videos, when you get used to the hypnagogic space and controlling the visuals you see there, that to me is the same mental muscles that are used in the REM state and lucid dreaming state. So it could potentially help there, but then again, in the big picture, just like the nicotine and stuff, I don't think it would really help that much, or it'd probably be a net negative.